What it do, man? It's your boy LP, aka LPZ, and I am turned up right now for the Trap Plan Radio, and I ain't turning down no time soon. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I love you. I thank God for you. So what I want you to do right now, what I need for you to do right now, I need you to click like on this video. I need you to click like on this video. I need you to share this video. I need you to tag someone in this video. I need you to blow up the comment section right now. I need you to comment, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, welcome to the Trap Plan Radio, man, where it goes down. Listen, man, we don't pull no punches on the Trap Plan Radio. We got some good information that's about to go forward. I'm telling you, you have to continue with this video and listen to the things that I'm going to share. It's going to be super dope. In the meantime, I need you to click like on this video, share this video, click like on this video, share this video. Thank you. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it, man. Jump right into it. Because this is a subject that, is very near and dear to my heart because I work with youth and young adults. I work with children. And, you know what I'm saying, I have a heart for the next generation where, the things that concern them that they have going on, I need to know what's happening. I need to know what's going on. And so the things that I've learned over the years by observing this very odd thing, which this is odd to me, very odd to me, the concept of back to school being a drag. I really don't, because of my personal experience. See, this is another thing, what we fail to do. We fail to put ourselves in we don't sympathize with the next generation. We don't empathize with the next generation. We don't put ourselves in their shoes. We look at the next generation through the eyeglasses of our personal experience. I'm going to say that again. We look at the next generation through the eyeglasses of our personal experience. And so through our personal experience, I'm talking about those of us who are, I would say, 30 and up, 35 and up. Yeah, I say 35 and up. For those of us that are 35 and up, our experience was totally different when it comes to back to school. I mean, because, there was a level of excitement that we had when it came to back to school time. I'm talking about just going back to school shopping was a thrill in itself. If mama had some money to do some back to school shopping. Cause it was a couple of years. Mama made it happen. She was able to get me a couple of outfits, get me about 5 outfits and a pair of tennis shoes. It was a couple years that I got that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I may have got a pair of tennis shoes and a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But when we got them back to school clothes, and it was time, it was time for us to get, man, that back to school date didn't come fast enough. I'm talking about it didn't come fast enough. You know, we watching all of the back to school commercials coming on TV. You know what I'm saying? The Trapper Keeper commercials. You remember the Trapper Keeper commercials? For those of you that shouts out to everybody that remember Trapper Keepers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all youngsters don't know nothing about Trapper Keeper, but Trapper Keeper was a brand. It was a binder that had a flap and Velcro on it. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a binder, you close it and they had a flap over it and they had Velcro and they had different pictures on it, designs and stuff like that. So we had the Trapper Keeper commercials, you know what I'm saying? The commercials for keeping tabs. Y'all remember keeping tabs? You remember that commercial? Keeping tabs. You know, all them little that was school supplies, you know what I'm saying? So all them little commercials was reminding us that it was back to school time. And you know what I'm saying? And then the thought of reuniting back with your friends that you hadn't seen all summer. The thought of showcasing your new shoes. Ooh, man, come on, man. Come on, man. I know y'all remember the thought of showcasing because it was different back then. See, now all the children got new shoes. All the new children got Jordans. All the children these days, no matter what the income level, they going to school with new J's. They going to school with, you feel me? They you know, so that ain't a big deal to them. But having a new pair of sneakers, a new pair of tennis shoes, that was a big deal for us. Especially if you got some expensive shoes. Because, you know, a lot of people, they had to start school with them Pro Wings, XJ900. See, y'all don't know, a lot of y'all young people don't know nothing about Pro Wings. Okay? Y'all don't know nothing about XJ900s. Y'all don't know nothing about Attack Force. Y'all don't know about Attack Force shoes. You know what I'm saying? And if we was lucky enough to get a pair of Nikes or some Reeboks or something like that, and you caught somebody slipping starting school with some Attack Force or some Pro Wings, you was finna get it. You was finna get it. You was finna get this work. But for the most part, those of us, whenever we knew that we had a few back to school outfits and we knew that we had some back to school tennis shoes and we knew we was about to get the opportunity to go back to school and see some of our friends that we hadn't seen since last school year. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was a level of excitement that was through the roof. Man. Just walking to the bus stop with your new tennis shoes on was an experience all by itself. Getting on the bus, you know what I'm saying, and getting to school, stepping off the bus, stepping on campus, heading to the cafeteria that morning, you know what I'm saying? You finna see all your friends, you know what I'm saying? You know, you finna see, man, don't let you done messed around and grew some extra peach fuzz on your face over the summer. Oh man, you get to show off your freshly lined up mustache or your little beard that you got, or you done got a little taller, or you played ball so you was working out. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit more in shape. You know what I'm saying? So the girls finna be looking at you. All that, man. All that was a part of the experience that we had. That's why we were so excited to experience this back to school moment. Man, and especially if we had a little degree of popularity in school. Oh, man. Man, come on, man. That was like heaven stepping on campus. And you know what I'm saying? And you got a little degree of popularity. You know what I'm saying? You got you got your new school shoes. You know what I'm saying? All that, man. You remember the night before? You remember how you ironed your clothes and you laid it across the bed? You know, you remember how you laid your shirt across the bed and you laid your pants up under it and your pants kind of slipped over the bed onto the floor, and you put your new shoe, you took your new shoes out the box and you put your new shoes right up under your pants and you tuck the socks in there and you step back, you step back and you look at your outfit like, ooh, man, I'm gonna kill him when I get to school with this on. You know what I'm saying? Man, that was a feeling and all by itself. But when you put that outfit on and you walk to the bus stop and you showed off your new shoes and you know what I'm saying, you're probably like, oh, he got them such and such. Oh, he got that boy clean. You know what I'm saying? That was the experience that we got. And then we got to school and we got the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, walk the halls. You know what I'm saying? You remember how you walked down the hall. You know what I'm saying? Your walk was different when you knew you was fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you knew you was fresh, your walk was different. You know what I'm saying? And you walking down the hall, you know what I'm saying? You got a little swagger when you walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? That was our experience. And so we don't understand that the culture have changed, behavior have changed, mindsets have changed, technology has changed. And because of all these changes, they see things a lot differently. Going back to school for a lot of children, not all, is an extreme drag. If I had a penny for every time I asked a kid, like, I'm a barber by trade, so I'm working with children, I'm cutting children's hair all the time, and the amount of children that I ask, hey man, what's up, man? You ready for school to start? No. For real? Like, well, you ready to go back to school? No. Why? Like, why not? I just don't want to. Are you serious? Like, because again, I'm looking at it through the eyeglasses of my experience. I give you another funny example, hilarious example. So again, like I said, we looking at them through the eyeglasses of our personal experience. So I done went and got my kids fresh. I'm talking about, my boys, they big boys now. You know what I'm saying? 13 and 15 now, right? So 13 and 15, 13 and 15, those were some very pivotal ages for me personally, from a social aspect, especially from the perspective of dealing with girls, right? So in my head, oh man, I'm finna get my boys. I make sure my boys fresh every year. But you know what I'm saying? I'm finna make sure they fresh this year. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son, you know what I'm saying, his mustache and got dark. You know what I'm saying? He got the little goatee now, you know what I'm saying, with the little beard connect from the sideburns, all that connecting, you know what I'm saying? He done got a little height on him, you know what I'm saying? His little shoulders and everything developing. And then my other son, Josh, you know what I'm saying? He got a little swole, he a little swole in the chest, got some shoulders on him, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? Compliments of his paw. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but seriously. But so he gotta, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure my boys is fly from whenever they step back on campus. Gotta make sure they right. So I done went and got them, you know what I'm saying, fresh fits, fresh tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about got them right. Okay. They looking at the clothes like, okay. Looking at the shoes like, okay. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, what do you mean? like, what you mean? Like, what you mean? Dude, what do you mean? These dude, these is These is Jordan 6s, man. They look at that. These are the Carmines, bro. The Jordan. I got you the Flint 13s, the red Flints, dude. Like I wanted them. I wanted those, but I got them for you. And he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm looking at my other son, dude. These is the LeBron 18s. They dope. Like, are you serious? Like, they like, time for them to get ready for school. Like dude, what you I'll get something. So you ain't chose out of all the stuff that I got you, you ain't chose nothing? Here, man, get this. Put this on and put this right. Put this with it. And they like, whatever. So first day of school, they wear that. They fresh. They clean, right? Next day, I'm talking about, like I said, they got multiple new outfits. Next day, they done reverted back to their old stuff. Dug way in the back of the closet. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You got multiple new fits, and they like, it's a new time. It's a new thing. Like that is not what floats their boat anymore. That floated our boat. That don't float their boats. Because at the end of the day, you have to look at it from this perspective. We was showing off and trying to show how clean and how fly we was, and say we did that because we were poor. We were poor. So when you're poor, that little bit that you get that's new or that's upscale or that's better, you excited. And you can't wait to show it off because you're poor. All of us, we came to school. We was eating free breakfast and free lunch. You know what that mean? If you had free lunch, that mean you just give them your number and you keep going. You don't get no. You know what that mean? That mean you're poor. That mean you don't make you're not in a certain income bracket. And for those of us that, you know what I'm saying, a couple of our friends, they had reduced lunch. That just simply means you ain't as poor as the rest of them. Real talk. That's and so when we got a little something, we had to show it off. We had to let everybody know that these are some name brand shoes that I got. Because we was used to being in a situation, you know what I'm saying? We got the Pro Wings. Man, shouts out to all my Pro Wings people that was rocking Pro Wings with me. You know what I'm saying? That got cracked on with me. You know what I'm saying? For having your Pro Wings on. But on that day, when you got some Nikes, whoo, that was a glory day. But now, so we have provided a better lifestyle for our children than what we've had. Think about it. All of us, we have created a better lifestyle for our children than what we've had. We've had more access. We've had access to more. Okay. So the things that got us excited, that stuff don't make them excited because they've been having nice stuff all their life. They've been having nice stuff all their life. That don't make them excited. They could care less about that. They're not sitting around with friends, you know what I'm saying, talking about, you know what I'm saying, who gonna get a fresh new pair of tennis shoes and gonna kill the game whenever they get to school. Nope, they're not thinking about that. because they've had that all their lives. All of them, they had that all their lives. A lot of these kids, they've had even the poor children. They come to school flexed out, Jordans on, whole Jordan outfit. You know what I'm saying? Even the little poor children, they come to school. The teenagers, they come to school with designer belts on. They come to school with the designer belts on. They come to school with red bottom shoes. The little girls, they come into school with, you know what I'm saying, the expensive hair that you add to it, the expensive kind, the expensive bundles and frontals, right? They putting the expensive lashes on coming to school. They folks took them to get their face beat. They got their full face of makeup coming to school. Yeah. So stuff like that ain't that, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that we was excited about, that's not exciting to them. That's not exciting to them. We was excited about seeing our friends that we hadn't seen all summer. They've been seeing their friends on Facebook and Instagram all summer. They've been seeing their friends on social media, Snapchat, TikTok. Been seeing them all summer. They've been talking. They've been talking on social media. And guess what? While they talking on social media, guess who they are talking to on social media? They're talking to only, they spending a whole lot of time with the people who think the way they think, who like what they like, and who do what they do. They've set up their accounts, their social media accounts, where they're only adding people to be their friends that think what they think, that talk about what they want to talk about, that do what they do. And that's who they spend all their time with on social media. They don't want to spend time with other people. A lot of them don't even want to spend time with their parents. They only want to spend time with the people who think what they think, how they think, do what they do, talk about what they want to talk about. So the concept of coming to school, they are being forced. They feel that they are being forced to be around people who don't talk the way they talk, who don't think the way they think, who don't do what they like to do, because their friends are on social media. They're friends with people who are in the UK. They're friends with people who are in California, New York, West Virginia. These are their friends. So a lot of them, when they get to school, I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to talk to these people because these people don't believe how I believe. They don't think how I think. They don't do what I like to do. I just like people who are like me, just like me, who think like me, who do me. This is what social media, this is the dynamics of what social media has done with a lot of young people. Not only the young people, the adults also. You know, think about it. You just like that. You just like that. You're the same way. As soon as you get on your Facebook timeline and you see somebody that's saying something that you don't believe, or they saying something that that ain't the way you think, that ain't the way you, and you see somebody and you become overwhelmingly triggered and you go back and forth with them, and then you delete them and then you block them. Why are you doing that? Because they don't think the way you think. Because they don't do what you do. So all the people who are on your Facebook friends list, who you talk to on a regular, they think the way you think. They believe what you believe. And they do things the way you do things. And as soon as you come across somebody on your Facebook profile that do not think the way you think, that oppose what you think, that believe differently from you, what do? You delete them you block them, well, you go back and forth with them for a minute because you want everybody to be just like you. And so this is what's going on with a lot of our children. They are overwhelmed with the idea of going back to that school and being around people who don't think the way they think and don't do what they do. I take it even further. A lot of young people, they don't want to go to school because they have spent all of their time like this. They got their phone or their tablet and they playing their games. They playing their games. They playing their games. They on a PlayStation. They on the Nintendo Switch. They playing their games. They playing their games. So this is what they've been doing since the pandemic hit and they came home from school in 2020. That's what they've been doing. Cause you know when school, whenever we started doing school from home, they was on their tablet and on their phone playing games. And they went in there, they may have did an assignment or two. But they were spending all their time playing their games. They were spending all their time on their social media page. Talking about the latest gossip, the latest fights, the latest this, the latest that, the latest trending topic. That's what they spend all their time doing. So now when you say it's time for you to go to school, so that means I got to detach from playing the games. Man, I can remember last school year, I showed, I go from school to school, welcoming the children back to school, encouraging them to have a good school year, things of that nature. And I'm watching, I can remember I first went to the elementary school and I'm watching the kids as they getting out the car and they walking into the school. I'm talking about they got their face all balled up and tight. They mad. And I'm talking about this one particular kid. I mean, man, this was my little homie. This was my little homie when he was in the first grade. Oh, man, this was my little homie. We was super cool. So he's in the second grade, and I can remember him getting out of the car with his mama. And I went to speak to him. What's up, man? And I'm talking about he looked at me with this look, this angry look on his face. And he ignored me and kept walking. So I looked at his mom. I was like, what's wrong with him? Said he didn't want to come to school. Like, why? Because he wanted to stay at home and on his tablet. What? He wanted to stay home on his tablet. He didn't want to come to school. Wow. So I recognized that this was an issue. Being on the tablet, being on the internet, watching YouTube, playing video games, all of these different things. And they're doing it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And the parents don't care because the parents are on social media for hours and hours and hours and hours. The parents are scrolling and looking at videos and commenting back and forth on social media, not even talking to their children. And so the children like, okay, it's cool. I'll just be on YouTube for hours and watch videos for hours and watch little silly little stuff for hours and play video games for hours. And so what is the significance of that? What's the significance of that? Why is that such a stronghold with a lot of the children with functioning in that manner? It's because this is a thing that their mood is being pushed to and fro, you know what I'm saying, with these different stimuli that they're getting from social media, that they're getting from video games. there's levels of dopamine that's being increased in the brain, and that is dopamine is basically a it's a chemical. It's like a reward chemical. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's addictive. You get a reward. It's kind of like they pass a certain stage on a video game, and you earn X amount of points. So you earn this. There's a reward. Dopamine. And then you do it again. There's a reward. Dopamine. Do it again. Dopamine. And you got a lot of kids that they are highly addicted to this dopamine that they get from playing on these video games and from being on these. I'm talking about to the point where there are phenomenal athletes, young athletes, amazing athletes, super good, basketball, football, whatever. I know of great athletes that have quit playing ball so that they can commit more time to playing Fortnite. Did you hear what I said? Great athletes. I'm talking about stellar. They quit playing ball so that they can play Fortnite. So that they can commit their time to playing Fortnite. Stellar athletes. I'm not talking about just another participation kid. I'm talking about an absolutely amazing athlete. I don't want to play ball no more. Why? I'm a gamer now. Really? And the reason being is because of the extreme rush of dopamine that you take in whenever you playing these games. Now watch this. I'm not just throwing off on the kids either. Because do you know who are the most addicted to video games? You want to know the age that there's more addiction to video games? 30 years old. There are more 30-year-olds that are addicted to video games than it is children. And I want you to pay attention to a lot of things when it comes to the different people who are, especially these young people. See, I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to pay attention to this. I deal with a lot of parents that, I'm a barber, you know what I'm saying, by trade. So it's a lot of students, it's a lot of kids, man. They don't care to get their hair cut. No. A lot of them, they don't even care to bathe. You got certain people, they are so addicted to the dopamine rush and that comes with playing video games and, you know what I'm saying, being on social media. They so committed to that they don't even want to, they could care less about their personal appearance. They could care less. They could care less about, you know what I'm saying, their personal hygiene. Like it's people, not just the kids. It's people. They refuse to invest the time, energy into brushing their teeth, keeping up their personal appearance, because they're getting it's like, I get no enjoyment out of that. I get nothing out of that. I get everything in this game. I get everything in my time in this matrix. And the dopamine addiction is so strong that they don't want to do anything else but that. Play the game. Personal appearance don't matter. You know how I was at the shoe store and I'm listening to an OG. OG, he about my age. You know what I'm saying? He about my age. So I'm just listening to him. He fussing at his son, right? So he telling his son, he's like, son, you know what I'm saying? What shoes you want? You know what I'm saying? Woo to woo. He like, well, I don't really want none of them. I just want some slides. Some slides, like, just some slide ins, some slippers, like a pair of these, you know what I'm saying? Some slides, They said, just give me some slides. He was like, man, bro, you need some shoes. You finna go to school. He's like, man, I don't care nothing about that, man. Just give me some slides. Why you don't want the dude was going off on his son. And his son replied, man, everybody come to school with slides on. Everybody wear slides all the time. Cause he's like, bro, why you always trying to wear some slides? He's like, everybody wear slides all the time. You want to know why? Because it's easy to just put your feet in some slides. You got to give time and you got to give attention to putting some shoes on your feet and sticking your foot in the shoe and tying the shoe up. And, it's time and energy. Like, they don't feel like that's important. So it's just easy to stick my foot in the slides and, and just head on to school. Man, I'm telling you, this is things are different. Like, kids will go to school musty and won't think twice about it. It was different from us. It was different for us because, again, you got a bunch of poor children that's just trying to one up each other. So if I come to school and you musty, this is my opportunity to crack on you because you musty. And I get to tell everybody, hey, man, this dude musty, man. That boy smell like, boy, you smell like a hamburger, boy. Man, that boy stink, boy. Man, smell that dude, man. Man, look at you know what I'm saying? But that boy didn't brush his teeth. Boy, your breath stink, boy. Boy, your breath stink, man. That boy stink. Man, get that boy a peppermint. That boy breath stink. Everybody like, man, your breath stink. Ah. And these kids now, they don't care nothing about that. They'll sit right up next to each other with their little phone, playing on the game or, looking at a little YouTube video together. You know what I'm saying? Both of them musty. Neither one of them brushed their teeth. None of them did anything with their hair. They don't care nothing about that. We wanted to show off our fresh new haircut. Y'all remember back in the day when we wore the high top fade? I'm talking about the high top fade, the box fade. You remember that? And we wanted to show everybody how high our box was. You know what I'm saying? So we had a fresh cut. I got a different kind of hair, so I had to put a kit in my head. You know what I'm saying? I had to put an S curl or a Duke in my hair. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? S curl Duke. And then my little niece, she would get her little just for me just for me relaxer. And I'll dip my hand in there and get a little bit of that, put it in my hair, comb it, wash it out so my hair can stand up high. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. We wanted to show off our haircut. And them kids don't care nothing about stuff like that no more. Care nothing about it. We wanted to refresh. We wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, them kids don't care nothing about that. And then if it's on a Friday, you know what I'm saying, and you want to stay after school and kind of hang out a little bit, you want to go to the dance or whatever the case may be, if in case you ain't go back home, you know what I'm saying, you want to have something nice so you can go to the dance. And because when you go to the dance, you're going to be on the dance floor dancing, you're going to be on, you know what I'm saying, on the girl, and you know what I'm saying, and dancing on the girl and slow dancing, all that. They don't do that no more. Did y'all know that? They don't do that no more. They don't do that. They rarely have dances anymore. And when they do, the only thing you see, the dudes hanging on the wall, just chilling, taking pictures of each other. And the girls, they on the floor twerking on each other and taking pictures, taking selfies, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? You know, twerk girl, you know what I'm saying? The girls twerking for each other and on each other. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, nobody's sexual orientation. I'm just saying this is the social behavior, you know what I'm saying, that they got going on, right? So they, you know, they doing their thing, and the boys just kind of over on the side just looking. Like no, that wasn't how it was for us. We come on, ride that train and ride that, woo, come on, yeah, you give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I ain't too hard to beg. Ain't no shame in this game. I'm gonna break it down to beg like James, please, please, let me to ride that donkey. You know what I'm saying? The girl, she's shaking and you getting on her back. You know, they don't do that no more. So with all that activity that we had going on, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't bathed that morning, so we had to make sure we was nice and clean. So when we engaged in that, we was able to enjoy ourselves and not be offensive to nobody with the way we smell. A lot of these kids, they don't care nothing about going to no dance. And, you know, when they not finna be slow dancing with no girl. Like we did that. They don't do that. That's a whole nother conversation. And I'm going to talk about that. We're going to deal with that. Some other time. But that's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying is they don't care about stuff like that. And so a lot of them, you know, personal hygiene, I don't care nothing about that. I'm ready to get back on my game. Ready to get back to my PlayStation. Ready to get back on this tablet. Care about none of that. Haircut for what? I don't need no haircut. I'm just getting a haircut because my mama made me. But see, why is it like that? Why is it like that? Because those endorphins, dopamine, all of those different chemicals that they get whenever they play their game and this is that and the other, that is sufficient for them. And so going to school and socializing with other kids, that's not an objective for that. Like they don't care about that. Because it's you know, when I go to the lunch table, I got to talk to y'all. I don't want to talk to y'all. I just want to get on my phone. In their head, I don't want to sit at the table and talk to y'all. I want to get on my phone. See, we was rushing to school to get to the table. We was rushing to get to the breakfast table. We finna crack on there. Everybody, we cracking on each other. That was our way of socializing and bonding. We cracking on each other. We ripping on him. You know, oh boy, look at that boy, man. Look at that boy's shirt, man. That boy ain't matching, man. That boy got on 3 different blues. That boy got a blue, navy blue, light blue, and blue. Ah, ha, ha. You heard what he said? He got a blue. Ha, ha. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did. You see what I'm saying? They don't care nothing about that. You come to school raggedy as all get up. They don't care. I'm raggedy too. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, the only ones that's really trying to put it together, that's trying to get fresh, like talking about it, usually that's the athletes. That's the popular people at the school. And a lot of the kids, they like, well, I ain't a popular kid, so, you know, I don't even care. And then it's the real situation or a serious situation. This is taking place also. A lot of those children, because they don't fit the social norm of what the cool kid's supposed to look like, because they don't fit that description, a lot of them are being bullied. All right. Now, of course, things are different. We got bullied too when we was young, but we didn't call it bullying. You know what I'm saying? We was getting bullied, but you know, it was just a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something we had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's either you gonna fight the bully, you gonna beat him up, or you gonna get beat up, or whatever. However you gonna deal with it, you had to deal with it, right? But because we that was certain things like that, we dealt with it like all the time. So it was like, this is just how it is. But you have to understand, a lot of the children of today, We coddle our children. We coddle them. You see what I'm saying? We coddle them. And a lot of children have been coddled. And so in the face of being rejected socially, like that hurts for them. Like that is pain. That is pain for them. See, you remember like that's a lot of that, because we've given them everything. We've handed everything to them. They felt entitled to everything. So the concept of being rejected, that is pain for them. So you got a lot of children, whenever they experience the rejection, the pain hurts so bad that a lot of them, like, they literally flip out into depression. And because of the lack of vitamin D, like their vitamin D levels are so low. See, remember when we was young, we was outside all the time. We was outside all the time. We went outside, we hooped, we played basketball, played football, we ran around, we did all that. All the girls was outside. They was playing double dutch. They was playing hide and go seek with us, hide and go get it. They did all that outside with us. These children, they not doing that. So when you outside, you're taking in a lot of sun. In the sun, we're taking in vitamin D. And so you got a lot of children of today, they're not taking in any sun, little or no sun. So their vitamin D levels are overwhelmingly low. And as a result, they're experiencing a lot of depression and anxiety as a result. So because of that, and then they go to school and they're rejected by their peers, that's serious hurt. And that depression continues to set in. And so to experience that, now watch this. This is another thing. And especially if they are rejected by the opposite sex. You got the little boy, he really liked the little girl, but he don't know how to tell her. He don't know how to, because, you know, we because a lot of us, we so holy, we don't talk to our children about courting and dating. We don't talk to our children about how to engage the opposite sex. We don't talk to them about that because, you know, we so saved, we so holy, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of you know what I'm saying, because you was thotting back in the day, you scared your child gonna be thotting like you feel me? So you try to hide them from stuff, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother discussion. So they don't know how to address the opposite sex. They don't know how to talk to the opposite sex. They don't know how to, you know, we could do something like, you know, we write a letter, you know, I like you. Do you like me? Circle yes or no. You know what I'm saying? Like we, you know, a lot of the kids, they afraid to say something, you know, because I don't got their numbers, so I can't text them and, you know, send them a text. You know, I went on their social media and I sent a DM to them, but they never responded. You know what I'm saying? like I was talking to a youngster. He was about 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking with him. You know, his dad was in the midst. And I was like, what's up, man? You got your girlfriend yet? His dad like, nah. We don't do all that. We don't do all that. And the little boy said, well, I tried to, but I sent her a DM, but she never responded back. And daddy looking like, huh? I'm trying to tell parents, like, listen, man, you can't keep trying to hide and coddle these kids. You got to let them know what's up. You got to let them know what's up. You got to let them know how to engage the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we had a couple of OGs that taught us some good stuff, but for the most part, a lot of it was just trash, what they was telling us. But they was telling us something, you know what I'm saying? They gave us something to interact with. They gave us something, you know what I'm saying? A lot of kids, they don't have it. Nobody's talking to them. Hey, look, this is how you talk to a girl. This is what you say to her. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nobody talking to the little girls, telling them, girl, you know what I'm saying? When a boy come to you, you do this. No, that's not happening. So there's social norms among them that we would be like, you know what I'm saying? It's a social norm for, you know what I'm saying, these youngsters to go into each other's DM, you know what I'm saying, and send explicit pictures to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, And the little girls, they think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? They think that's normal, and they, you know what I'm saying? That's it. It ain't no say, little mama, let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? I was just, you know what I mean? I've been liking you since last school year. You know what I'm saying? They not doing that. They don't know how to do that. They have no idea. They don't know how to approach a girl, say, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I was just peeping you out over there. You know what I'm saying? You look real nice today. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you look nice every day. You know what I'm saying? I like how you wear your hair like that. Man, them boys don't know how to talk to them girls like that. They don't know how. They just DMing each other. Send me some pictures. You know what I'm saying? That's how they interacted with each other. So whenever they do got somebody that they really like and they get rejected, oh man, they can't handle it. So they just get thrown into a state of mind of why even try? Why even try? And so to go to school and to see this particular individual who they really like, to see them, they go into more rejection and pain. And you know what I'm saying? And especially if the little girl, interact with the boy, and the boy, she do something with the boy, and the boy go back to the locker room and tell everybody what he did with the girl, and the girl, and they get on social media and they talk about her on social media. You know what I'm saying? He take her pictures that she sent to him in confidence, and he shared with all his partners. You know what I'm saying? And now she embarrassed to go to school. You see what I'm saying? So it's different. This is the reason why back to school is a drag for a lot of these children. I'm just sharing you a lot. I'm sharing with you several of the dynamics that they have to deal with. And this is why back to school is a drag for a lot of these children. So LP, what do we do? What do we do? Okay, this is what we do. We have to help them to change their perspective of school. It was a young lady the other day. She was getting her hair done by one of the beauticians at the shop that I work at. And I was like, Miss Lady, you ready to go to school? She was like, no. I'm like, why not? I just don't want to go. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, I just don't want to go. I was like, well, let me ask you something. She sounded like she was very intelligent. I'm listening to her. She sounded very intelligent. So I said, do you know there's some children across the world that never will get an opportunity to attend school? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, you ever thought about that? Nah, I really never thought about it. I was like, well, for those children that'll never get the opportunity to get an education, for you have the opportunity to get an education, you have the opportunity to go to school. They don't have an opportunity. You're literally spitting in those children's faces. She's like, wow, I never thought about that. That's real. I was like, yeah, so you should embrace the fact that you got the opportunity to go to school. She's like, that's a good point. That's a good point. And then her hairdresser was like, did you know she makes straight A's too? I was like, what? Girl, you make straight A's, man. That's what's up, man. Congratulations. Girl, you better go to school and handle that and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, you right. So anyway, I gave her a different perspective. We have to help our children to see a different perspective when it comes to school, going to school. We have to encourage them with several things. I watched my son as he was engaging the students at his school. He kind of just went, and all of them was standing around, with their head down on their phone. So nobody's really talking to anybody. I said, son, on purpose, I want you to go among those students and don't pull your phone out. Don't pull your phone out. He's like, why? I was like, because you make yourself available. I said, son, you're a person of value. They need to know you. And then at the same time, there's other children that are people of value that you need to know them. But if you got your face in that phone, you never get the opportunity to engage them. They never get the opportunity to engage you. Just gave them a different perspective. And so we have to kind of have some deep conversations with our children to understand what they are experiencing when they get to school, how they feel about what they, what they're experiencing, and then help them to be able to navigate through what they're dealing with. Because for the most part, we don't know what they're dealing with. Because we got in our head, hey, I'm providing you with this good lifestyle and I'm sending you down there to them folks' school. You better just do right by them folks and woo. And whenever they go into school and they acting out and they doing certain things, we don't know why, because we're not engaging the children to know what they got going on. So we have to find out what they have going on, what their thinking is, why they think the way they think, purposefully have those conversations, have those discussions. And in the process, you give them a better perspective so that they can have a better viewpoint of school. And once they have that better viewpoint of school, their overall performance in school will become better. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the Trap Plan Radio. That is my time. I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up. Listen, for all of you that are watching, that have been engaging, thank you so very much. If you have been blessed by this edition of the Trap Plan Radio, please support the channel. Support what your boy LP is doing. Send your boy a Cash App. LPZ Cash, that's the money sign, the letter L, the letter P, the letter Z, CASH. Shoot me a Cash App, shoot me a donation. I will be very grateful. Thank you for tuning in, and holla at your boy.